हेलो गाइस। आज का ये जो सेशन है इसमें अभी बज रहे हैं 9:30। घड़ी पीछे स्लो है। तो आज का इस सेशन में मेरा टारगेट है 1 घंटा बैठने का और बायो पढ़ेंगे। प्लांट किंगडम पूरा कंप्लीट करेंगे और उससे पहले हम लोग बायोलॉजिकल क्लासिफिकेशन के क्वेश्चंस करेंगे। तो चलिए शुरू करते हैं बिना किसी बकचोदी के। पहले अपन क्वेश्चंस पढ़ेंगे, फिर प्लांट किंगडम पढ़ेंगे, फिर उसका क्वेश्चन करेंगे। फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन है, इन 5 kingdom system, wait, in 5 kingdom classification system, 5 kingdom classification system was based on all of the above. How many criteria were used in 5 kingdom classification? That is 5. Who was the earliest to attempt most scientific basis for classification? That is Aristotle. Which of the following is not mentioned in Whitaker's classification? Which of the following is not mentioned in Whitaker's classification? All. In the 5 kingdom classification system, in 5 kingdom classification system, which single kingdom out of the following can include blue-green algae? Nitrogen fixing bacteria. In 5 kingdom system of classification, which single kingdom out of the following can include blue-green algae, nitrogen fixing bacteria and methanogenic archaebacteria, that is Monera? The boundaries of kingdom X is not well defined. Which of the following organisms belong to kingdom X? The boundaries of fungi. No, amoeba is not well defined. Five kingdom classification. Five kingdom classification includes Monera, Protista, Fungi, Plantae, and Animalia. In Whitaker's system of classification, prokaryotes are placed in the kingdom. In Whitaker's system of classification, prokaryotes are placed in the kingdom Monera. Five kingdom system of classification suggested by R.H. Whitaker is not based on Five kingdom system of classification suggested by R.H. Whitaker is not based on presence or absence of locomotion. The two kingdoms that are constant in all type of classification from Linnaeus Whitaker are the two kingdoms that are constant in all type of classification from Linnaeus to Whitaker are Plantae and Animalia. Three domains of life include how many kingdoms? That is 6 kingdoms. The unique character that unified the kingdom Plantae of Linnaeus was all organisms had green pigment, all organisms were autotrophs. The unique character that unified the kingdom Plantae. The unique character that unified the kingdom Plantae of Linnaeus was the unique character that unified the kingdom Plantae. All organisms had a cell wall in their cells. Earliest system of classification was given by Aristotle. Aristotle classified animals into those who had red blood cells and those who did not. Linnaeus is related to binomial nomenclature system, all of the above. Cellular level of body organization is found in Monera, Protista, both 1 and 2, Monera and Protista. In bacteria, the site for respiratory activity is found in bacteria, the site for respiratory bacteria is found in cell membrane. Which pigment is present in cyanobacteria? Xanthophylls are present. No, chlorophyll A is present in cyanobacteria. Colonies of eubacteria are surrounded by a gelatinous sheet. Chlorophyll A is present in cyanobacteria, cyanobacteria. Bacteria reproduce by all of the above. Which bacteria are most abundant in nature? Heterotrophic bacteria are the most abundant in nature. Some of cyanobacteria can fix atmospheric nitrogen in specialized cells called heterocysts. Examples of such cyanobacteria are nostoc and anabina. The smallest living cells that lack complement. The smallest living cells that completely lack cell wall. The smallest living cells that completely lack cell wall are mycoplasma. Rod-shaped bacterium is called bacillus. Which of the following bacteria is coma-shaped? Vibrio. Prokaryotes used in making curd and antibiotics are heterotrophic bacteria. In bacterial chromosome, the genomic nucleic acid is circular DNA molecule. The chief component of bacterial cell wall is cellulose and pectin. Amino acid and polysaccharide. Chemosynthetic bacteria obtain energy from inorganic substances. Under unfavorable conditions, bacteria reproduce by spore formation. Among the following, which are the photosynthetic autotrophs? Among the following, which is or are the photosynthetic Among the following, which is or are the photosynthetic autotrophs? Photosynthetic autotrophs are cyanobacteria. Which bacteria would best function in hot temperatures? That is halophiles. No, thermophiles. A few organisms are known to grow and multiply temperatures that are hot spring thermophilic sulfur bacteria. The bacteria forming blooms in polluted water bodies are nutritionally photosynthetic autotrophs. Most abundant microorganisms are bacteria. Sole members of kingdom Monera are kingdom Monera are bacteria. Nostoc and Anabina can fix atmospheric nitrogen, especially cells called heterocyst. The conditions which were favored by thermoacidophiles are hot and alkyne. Hot and sulfur spring. Bacteria are found to be primitive organisms because they are smaller, microscopic, which are not seen in naked eye, causes serious diseases to human beings. Domesticated animals and crop plants produce endospores which are very resistant to adverse conditions. Possess incipient nucleus and lack membrane-bound nucleus. That's why bacteria are the found primitive organism because they are. Which type of bacteria are responsible for the production of biogas? Methanogens. The members of Monera have a cell wall made up of polysaccharide plus amino acid. Which member of Monera lacks cell wall? Lacks cell wall, that is mycoplasma. An organism having cytoplasm, DNA and RNA but no cell wall is mycoplasma. Which of the following heterocysts are seen? Heterocysts are seen in nostoc. Genetic material without nuclear membrane is found in bacteria and mycoplasma. Genetic material without nuclear membrane is found in all bacteria. N2 fixing organism and are placed in the kingdom. The shape of the cookie. The shape of the cookie bacteria is spherical. Cyanobacteria are called blue-green algae because they have chlorophyll pigment. In which of the following kingdom, both plant and animal? In which of the following kingdom Okay, in which of the following kingdoms both plant and animals like unicellular organisms are placed? Protista. In which of the following kingdoms some members have cell wall and some are without cell wall? Protista. During unfavorable conditions, slime molds form floating bodies bearing spores at their tips. Diatomaceous earth is used for polishing, filtration of oils, and filtration of syrups. Chief producers in the oceans are chryso diatoms. Two flagella are found in which protist? Gonulax. Most of them have two flagella, one lies longitudinally, other lies transversely in a furrow between the wall plates. Here we are talking about Gonulax. Which of the following is not present in Euglena? Which of the following is not present in Euglena? Cellulosic cell wall. Red tides often cause massive fish kills and human illness in those eating shellfish. Which group of protists is responsible for red tides? That is dinoflagellates. Which of the following is a characteristic feature of chrysophytes? They are parasitic form which cause disease in animals. They are parasitic form which cause disease in animals. Sorry. Which of one of the following is a characteristic feature of chrysophytes? They are parasitic form which cause disease in animals. They are protein-rich layer called pellicles. They include diatoms. They are saprophytic protists. I think they have a protein-rich layer called. They include diatoms. Chrysophytes. Which organism have cavity gullet that opens into the outside of the cell surface? That is gullet means Paramecium. Which of the following is infectious spore-like stage in the life cycle? That is sporozoans. All protozoans are parasites. No, heterotrophs means they depend on killing the host or the host. Okay. Which are believed to be primitive relatives of animals that are protozoans? Okay, means protista. Which organism behaves like plants in the presence of sunlight and absence of organic food but delivers in a day? That is Euglena. Protista example. Which of the following organisms were never included in protista? Never included in protista, that is mosses, because moss is a bryophyte. Diatoms or frustule shells is made up of diatoms or frustule silica. Diatomaceous earth used in polishing, filtration of oils and syrups due to its gritty nature. Dinoflagellates are mostly marine. Sea appear red due to rapid multiplication of Coleotrichum. Sorry. Goniolax, red dinoflagellates. Euglenoids have flexible body due to the presence of protein-rich layer that is called as pellicle, which bears two unequal flagella, that is, two unequal flagella. Dinoflagellates. Euglenoids bear two unequal flagella. When deprived of sunlight, euglenoids behaved as heterotrophs. Cell walls of diatoms are indestructible because due to the presence of calcium carbonate. Silica. Due to the presence of silica. Common feature of amoeba, euglena, paramecium and trypanosoma is being eukaryotic. The class of protozoan which includes all parasitic animal is sporozoans. Which kingdom forms a link with plants, animals and fungi? Plants, animals and fungi. Which kingdom forms a link between plants, animals and fungi? That is Protista. Protista contains Euglena, Dinoflagellates and yeast, Amoeba, Paramecium, Hydra. Protista contains Euglena, Amoeba, Paramecium and Dinoflagellates. The members of which of the following are littered decomposers? Deuteromycetes. From which of the following the most antibiotics are prepared? Most antibiotics are prepared from fungi. The edible Ascomyces fungi are both 1 and 3. Morels and truffles. A dikaryon is formed when the two haploid nuclei do not fuse immediately. Truffles are the members of class Ascomycetes. With respect to fungal sexual cycle, choose the correct sequence. Karyogamy, plasmogamy, meiosis. Meiosis, plasmogamy and then karyogamy. Plasmogamy, karyogamy and then meiosis. In fungi, sexual reproduction takes place by ascospores, basilospores and zoospores. Oospores, ascospores and basilospores. A fungus contains cells with two nuclei formed of different genomes. The nuclei do not fuse but divide independently. And simultaneously new cells are formed, that is Basidomycetes. The cell wall of fungi is made up of chitin. Morels and truffles, group of fungi, are classified as Ascomycetes. Ascomycetes. Which of the is the basis of classification of fungi? Morphology, mycelia, mode of formation, fruiting bodies, all of the above. Fungi prefer to grow in warm and swampy places, warm and salty places, warm and humid places. Fungi prefer to grow in warm and humid places. Yes, correct. not cold, warm and humid places. Which fungus does not consist of a long, slender, thread-like structure called hyphae? Yeast. Yeast does not contain long, slender, thread-like structure. When fungi feed on dead organic matter, they are known as plasmogamy is fusion of two haploid cells, including the nuclei, two haploid cells without the nuclear fission. Yes, yes, yes. Without nuclear fission को plasmogamy कहते हैं. Fungi can be parasites on animal, plants, and human beings. All of this, all of this. Fungi are always heterotrophs. Some fungal hyphae are continuous tube filled with new multinucleated cytoplasm. These are called syncytial hyphae. Coenocytic hyphae. Some fungal hyphae are continuous tube filled with multinucleated cytoplasm is known as coenocytic hyphae. Some fungal hyphae are continuous tube filled with multinucleated cytoplasm are called coenocytic hyphae. Vegetative reproduction in fungi takes place by all of the above: fragmentation, budding, and fission. Dikaryophase does not occur in phycomycetes. Which of the following is a fungal disease? Citrus canker. Not. White spots on mustard. In mucor, asexual reproduction takes place by non-motile spores named as aplanospores. So non-motile spores are known as aplanospores. Asexual spores are generally absent in Ustilago. The Deuteromycetes fungi member were often moved to Jai. Okay, last 99 question. The Deuteromycetes fungi member were often moved to Ascomycetes and Brisomycetes after the identification of their sexual phase. The Deuteromycetes reproduced by conidia. Mushroom bracket fungi or puffballs are placed in Basidomycetes. The network of hyphae is known as mycelium. Members of Phycomycetes are found in all of the above: aquatic habitats and decaying wood, moist and damp places. Slender and thread-like structures are known as hyphae. Okay, so 5 minutes break. Okay, guys, so break is over. Ah, Let's start again. An association between roots of higher plants and fungi is called as mycorrhiza. An association between roots of higher plants and fungi is called as mycorrhiza. Fungi are filamentous with the exception of X, which is unicellular. Identify X. Yeast is the example of unicellular. Fungi without sexual or perfect stages are classified as Deuteromycetes. Which of the following is irrelevant to kingdom Plantae? Rhizopus. Considering the two kingdom system classification, the organisms that are included in kingdom Plantae are fungi, bacteria and algae in two kingdom classification system are all under the kingdom Plantae. According to two kingdom classification system, the kingdom Plantae consists of autotrophs. Cell wall of kingdom Plantae organism is made up of cellulose. The heterotrophic eukaryotic multicellular organism without cell wall are included in kingdom. The heterotrophic eukaryotic multicellular organism without cell wall are included in the Animalia. In animal, the stored food reserve in the form of glycogen and fat. Kingdom Animalia is characterized by which type of organism? Multicellular, prokaryotic, multicellular, eukaryotic, and heterotrophic. Which of the following is true for kingdom Animalia? Cell wall is present in animal cell. Their mode of nutrition is holozoic. They do not follow a definite growth pattern. Which of the following is true for kingdom Animalia? Which of the following is true for kingdom Animalia? Their mode of nutrition is holozoic. The heterotrophic mode of nutrition is found in Monera fungi animalia. Who prepares food for lichens? Phycobion. Arrangement of capsomeres in the form of polyhedral or helical is known as. Viruses are non-cellular organisms but replicate themselves once they infect the host cell. Which of the following kingdom do viruses belong to? Viruses are non-cellular organisms but replicate themselves once they infect the host cell. Which of the following kingdom do viruses belong to? None of the above. Lichens are very good pollution indicators because they are sensitive to sulfur dioxide. Potato spindle tuber disease caused due to viroid. Viroids have single-stranded RNA and not enclosed by a protein coat. HIV is classified as retrovirus because its genetic information is carried in DNA instead of RNA. Sorry, RNA instead of DNA. HIV is classified as retrovirus because its genetic information is carried by RNA instead of DNA. Which of the following facts differentiate the plant virus from other viruses? RNA is the genetic material. Virus cause several diseases in plants and animals. In plants, the symptoms can be mosaic formation, dwarfing and stunted growth, leaf rolling and curling, yellowing and vein clearing, all of the above. Which of the following are called acellular organism? Acellular organism means virus and viroid. Virus and viroids are known as acellular organisms. T.O. Dinner discovered free infectious RNA. Who recognized certain microbes as casual organism? D.J. Ivanovsky as mosaic disease. Among the common cold, flu, mpox, herpes, influenza, AIDS, how many diseases are caused by virus in humans? Smallpox, 1, 2, 3, 4. 6. Which disease is caused by viroids? Potato spindle tuber disease is caused by virus. Crystal of virus consists largely of protein. The virus which contains both DNA and RNA is TMV. Sorry, none of the above. The protein coat of virus is made up of small cell called capsomere. The capsid of virus protects the nucleoprotein. Sorry, nucleic acid. Viruses are made up of nucleic acid, DNA or RNA, nucleic DNA. Nucleic acid plus protein. In 5 kingdoms, lichens are placed in which kingdom? Lichens are placed in none of the above. What is the common between bacteriophage and fungi? DNA. In bacteriophage, DNA is present in head. The symbiotic association of fungi and algae is called lichen. A virus-like naked pathogenic particle of single-stranded RNA, circular DNA filament without a protein, known as tuberculosis disease. Sorry, potato spindle tuber disease, a virus-like naked. In plants, mosaic formation, leaf curling are symptoms of viral disease. Which of the following cannot be grown on artificial culture medium? TMV. So here is the 142 questions are done. So out of 142, how many are wrong? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 30, 31, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47 questions are wrong. Means most of the questions are clear. 50 questions are incorrect. So 92 are correct. Means majority chapter is clear. Okay. So, biological classification exercise 1 is done. Now we will do some PYQs of biological classification. That is how many questions? Oh my god. Sorry, not this. There are 45 PYQs in the last 10 years. Okay. Okay, so latest question 2022. Mycoplasma can pass through less than 1 micron. So today mycoplasma can pass through less than 1 micron filter size mycoplasma bacteria with cell wall. In the light of our option, choose the most appropriate answer option from the given below. Mycoplasma can pass through less than 1 micron filter size mycoplasma bacteria with cell wall. Statement 1 is correct, but statement 2 is incorrect. 2022 question: which of the following is a correct statement? Mycoplasma have DNA, ribosome, and cell wall. Cyanobacteria, group of phototrophic organisms classified under kingdom Monera. Bacteria are exclusively heterotrophic organisms. Which of the following is the correct statement? Mycoplasma have DNA, ribosome, and cell wall. Wrong. Cyanobacteria, group of phototrophic organisms classified under kingdom Monera. Bacteria are exclusively heterotrophic organism? No. Slimal and saprophytic organisms are classified in the number wrong. So I think the 2 is correct. Yes. 2021 question: which of the following statement is correct? Fusion of protoplasm between two motile or non-motile gametes is called plasmogamy. Organisms that depend on living plants are called saprophyte. Wrong. Some of the organisms can fix no, wrong. Fusion of two cells. Wrong. So 1 is correct. Which of the following is correct about viroids? They have free RNA without protein code. They have DNA with protein code. They have free DNA without protein code. They have free DNA without protein code. They have RNA with protein. They have RNA without protein code. I think this is the correct option of 2020. Which of the following is incorrect about cyanobacteria? They lack heterosis. They often form blooms in polluted water. They have chlorophyll similar to green plants. They are photoautotrophers. I think this is the wrong. Oh my god. They lack heterosis. Oh, they are heterocyst. Which of the following statement is incorrect? Viroids lack protein coat. Viruses are obligate parasite. Infective ancestry in virus is the protein coat. Proteins consist of abnormally folded proteins. Infective no, not in the protein code. Which of the following statement is incorrect? Models and troubles are clavices is a source of conidia are produced exogenously. Select the wrong statement. Cell wall is present in number of fungi and plantae. Mushroom belong to Basidiomycetes, pseudopodia, locomotory and feeding structures in sporosome. Mitochondria are the powerhouse of the cell in all kingdoms except Monera. Cell wall is present in members of fungi and plantae. Cell wall is present in members of fungi and plantae. Yes, present. Mushroom belong to Basidiomycetes, pseudopodia and locomotory. And feeding structures are chromosome, mitochondria, one of the cell in all kingdoms. Okay. After karyogamy followed by meiosis, spores are produced exogenously in agaricus. Oxygen is not produced during photosynthesis by green sulfur bacteria. Which are the following organisms chief producers in the ocean? Ciliates differ from other protozoan using having two types of nuclei. Which of the following are found in extreme saline conditions? Which among the following are the smallest living cells known without definite cell wall, pathogenic to plants as well as animals, and can survive without oxygen? Viroids differ from viruses in having RNA molecules without protein coat. An example of Mayank Sharma. Hi. Hi Mayank Sharma. What are you doing? How are you? Good morning. Hi Mayank Sharma. Good morning. An example of flagellated protozoan is trypanosoma. Which of the following is not true of organisms in kingdom Monera? They are at least 3.5 billion years ago. They have prokaryotic cellular organisms and they may be autotrophic and ectotrophic in nature. They produce new gases. Select the sac fungus. Neurospora. The protein coat around the virus is called capsid. Diatoms. Select the wrong statement. Diatoms are the chief producers in the ocean. Diatoms are the microscopic and float passively in water. The walls of diatom are easily destructible. Methanogens belongs to which of the following is wrong for fungi? The primitive prokaryote is responsible for the production of biogas. Chrysophyte, euglenoid, dinoflagellates, and slime mounds are included in the kingdom. Protista. Which one of the following statement is wrong? Cyanobacteria, also called blueberry algae, golden algae are also called desmids. Eubacteria are also called false bacteria. Phycomycetes are also called algal worm. One of the major components of cell wall of most fungi is which one of the following statement is wrong for viroids? Mucor. The gut of cow and buffalo possess the true nucleus is absent in choose the wrong statement. Neurospora is used in study of biochemical genetics. Okay. Okay. Choose the wrong statement. Neurospora is used in study of biological genetics. Morels and truffles are okay. They are not poisonous. They are edible. Each group of organisms in the cell wall forms two thin overlapping shells which obviously slime molds. Sorry, chrysophytes. Chrysophytes can be fit together in a soap box. Which of the following is the most suitable indicator of SO2 pollution in the environment? That are lichens. Cell wall is absent in. Cell wall is absent in what? Funaria, nostoc, mycoplasma. Select the wrong standard. W. and Stanley showed that virus could be crystallized. The term container was coined by mosaic and AIDS in caused by viruses. Yes. The virus was not discovered by V.J. Ivanovsky. The imperfect fungi, which are decomposers of litter and help in mineral cycling, belong to deuteromycete. Pick up the wrong. Protista has photosynthetic and hereditary modes of nutrition. Some fungi are edible. Viruses have both DNA and RNA. Which of the following lacks organism? Which of one of the following living organism completely lacks a cell wall? Completely lacks a cell wall is sea fan gorgonia. A location with luxuriant growth of lichens on the tree indicates that location is not polluted. Five kingdom classification is is not based on complexity of body, no, presence or absence of well-defined nucleus. Contains hallucinogens. Archaebacteria differ from eubacteria in cell membrane structure. Okay, that's why they can survive in most harsh weathers. Which of the following shows coiled RNA stranded and capsomeres? tobacco mosaic virus. Pigment containing membranous extensions in some cyanobacteria are chromatophores. Okay, let's submit. Excellent. Murphy. Okay. Accuracy is not up to the mark. It is not 90%, it is 57%, which is very low. Okay, so biological classification is almost done. We have completed the questions and PYQs also, and now it's time for plant kingdom. Okay. Okay, so let's start plant kingdom. Now let's start plant kingdom, which is a very lengthy chapter. We have 17 pages of plant kingdom chapter, starting from the basics. In the previous chapter, we looked at the broad classification of living organisms under the system proposed by Whitaker. 1969, wherein he suggested the five kingdom classification which under Monera, Protista, Fungi, Animalia, and Plantae. In this chapter, we will deal in detail with further classification within kingdom Plantae, popularly known as the plant kingdom. We must stress here that our understanding of the plant kingdom has changed over time. Fungi and members of Monera and Protista having cell walls have been excluded from Plantae, though earlier classification put them in the same kingdom. Fungi and members of Monera and Protista having cell walls, जिसका भी सेल वॉल था जैसे मोनेरा, प्रोटिस्टा, इन सब का सेल वॉल था और ये सब थे प्लांट में, अभी इस ग्रुप से ये एक्सक्लूड हो चुके हैं। दो अर्लियर क्लासिफिकेशन पुट देम इन द सेम किंगडम। अर्लियर जो क्लासिफिकेशन है वो इनको सेम किंगडम में रखते थे। सो द साइनोबैक्टीरिया that are also referred to as blue-green algae are not algae anymore. So cyanobacteria जो blue-green algae का नाम से जाना जाता था, ये अब algae नहीं रहा। ठीक है, ये अब algae नहीं रहा। So the cyanobacteria that are also referred to as blue-green algae are not algae anymore. Okay. In this chapter, we will describe Plantae under algae, bryophytes, pteridophytes, gymnosperms and angiosperms. Okay. Let us look at the classification within angiosperm to understand some of the concerns that influenced the classification systems. The earliest system of classification used only gross superficial morphological characters such as habitat, color, number and shape of leaves. जो earliest classification का जो system था वो किसके ऊपर था? वो था ग्रॉस सुपरफिशियल मॉर्फोलॉजिकल कैरेक्टर्स जैसे हैबिटेट, कलर और कितना नंबर है लीव्स का और शेप कैसा है, इसके ऊपर था। तो इसको हम बोलते हैं ग्रॉस superficial morphological characters. They were based mainly on vegetative characters or on the androecium structure given by Linnaeus. तो वो vegetative mainly base होते थे vegetative characters के प्रति के ऊपर। और ऑन द एंड्रोसियम। एंड्रोसियम का जो है वो दिया था लिनियस बाबू ने। Such systems were artificial। तो सच जो सिस्टम होता है, such systems were artificial। They separated the closely related species based on a few characteristics. Also, the artificial system gave equal weightage to vegetative and sexual characteristics. This is not acceptable since we know that often vegetative characters are more easily affected by environment. As against this, natural classification system developed which were based on natural affinities among the organism and consider not only the external features but also the internal features like ultrastructure, anatomy, embryology and phytochemistry. Ultrastructure, so modern classification based on not only on external structure but also on internal features like ultrastructure, anatomy, embryology and phytochemistry. Such a classification of flowering plants was given by George Bentham and Joseph Dalton Hooker. At present, phylogenetic classification system based on evolutionary relationship between various organisms are acceptable. This assumes that organisms belonging to same taxa have a common ancestors. We now use information from many other sources to help resolve difficulties in classification. This becomes more important when there is no supporting fossil evidence. Okay, phylogenetic classification system based on evolutionary relationship between the various organisms. This assumes that organisms belonging to same taxa have a common ancestor. जो कि same taxa में होते हैं उनका एक ही common ancestor होता है. We now use information from many other sources to help that there is no supporting fossil evidence. इसका कोई fossil evidence नहीं है. और न्यूमेरिकल टैक्सोनॉमी जो है which is now easily carried out using computers is based on all observable characteristics. Numbers and codes are assigned to all the characters and the data are then processed. In this, each character is given equal importance and at the same time hundreds of characters can be considered. Cytotaxonomy is based on cytological information like chromosome number, structure, behavior, and chemotaxonomy that uses the chemical constituents of the plant to resolve confusions are also used by taxonomists these days. Okay. Chemotaxonomy used chemical constituents. So now we will not read algae, but we will read from pteridophytes. Or should I start from gymnosperm? Okay, starting from pteridophytes, then we will move to gymnosperm, then algae and bryophyte. We will cover. Pteridophytes. Pteridophytes include total 25 minutes to 30. Let's start pteridophytes. The pteridophytes include okay, before starting pteridophyte we need 5 to 10 minutes of break. I think since 1 hour we are studying. 10 minutes of break, then we will start. Okay, guys, let's start plant kingdom of pteridophytes. The pteridophytes include horsetails and fawns. Pteridophytes are used for medicinal purpose and as soil binders. Pteridophytes are used for medicinal purposes and as soil binders. Medicinal purpose and soil binders. Evolutionary, they are the first terrestrial plants to possess vascular tissues, xylem and phloem. Evolutionarily, they are the first terrestrial plants to possess vascular tissues, xylem and phloem. You shall study more about this chapter tissues in chapter 6. The pteridophytes are found in cool, damp, shady places, though some may flourish well in sandy soil conditions. So the pteridophytes include horsetails and ferns. Pteridophytes are used for medicinal purposes as soil binders, and they are also frequently grown as ornamentals. इसको ornamentals में भी grow करते हैं. Evolutionarily they are the first terrestrial plants. अगर देखा जाए तो इवोल्यूशनरी ये फर्स्ट टेरेस्ट्रियल प्लांट है जो कि पोज करते हैं वेस्कुलर टिश्यूज जैसे जाइलम एंड फ्लोएम. यू शैल स्टडी मोर अबाउट दिस इन चैप्टर 6. तो कहाँ कहाँ पर उगते हैं टेरिडोफाइट्स? कूल, डैम्प, शेडी प्लेसेस, और कई टेरिडोफाइट्स सैंडी सॉइल कंडीशंस में भी अवेलेबल रहते हैं. You may recall that in bryophytes, the dominant phase in the life cycle is the gametophytic plant body. Bryophytes में जो dominant phase है, bryophytes में जो dominant phase है वो gametophytic plant body है. However, in pteridophytes, the main plant body is a sporophyte, which is differentiated into true root, stem and leaves. True root, stem और leaves में differentiate है. True root sporophyte है और true root में differentiate है. ठीक है, true roots it है. ठीक है, हाँ, स्पोरोफाइट है और differentiated into two root, stem and leaves. These organs possess well differentiated vascular tissue. The leaves in pteridophyta are small microphyll. Small जो होता है वो microphyll होता है, as in Selaginella. Okay, the leaves in pteridophyta are small. Small का नाम है microphyll, as in Selaginella example, or large as in ferns. The sporophyte bears sporangia. Sporangia, they are subtended by leaf-like appendages called sporophyles. In some cases, sporophyles may form distinct compact structures called strobili or cones. In some cases, sporophyles may form distinct compact structures called strobili or cones. Selaginella, comma equistem. The sporangia produce spores by meiosis in spore mother cell. The sporophyte bear sporangia that are subtended by leaf-like appendages. तो टेरिडोफाइट्स में जो स्मॉल लीव्स होते हैं जैसे कि सिलाजिनेला में, उसको बोला जाता है माइक्रोफाइल्स, और जो लार्ज लीफ होता है उसको बोला जाता है मैक्रोफाइल्स, जैसे फॉर्न्स उसका एग्जांपल है. इन सम केसेस स्पोरोफाइल्स में फॉर्म डिस्टिंक्ट कॉम्पैक्ट स्ट्रक्चर्स कॉल्ड स्ट्रोबिली और कोन्स, जिसका एग्जांपल है सिलाजिनेला और इक्विस्टेम. ठीक है, सिलाजिनेला और इक्विस्टेम. द स्पोरेंजिया प्रोड्यूस स्पोर बाय मियोसिस. मियोसिस से प्रोड्यूस करते हैं स्पोर इन स्पोर मदर सेल. द स्पोर germinate to give rise to inconspicuous but multicellular, free-living, mostly photosynthetic thalloid gametophyte called prothallus. चलिए, ये समझने वाली बात है. द स्पोर्स जो होते हैं जर्मिनेट करते हैं टू गिव राइज टू इनकॉन्स्पिशियस स्मॉल but multicellular, free-living, mostly photosynthetic thalloid gametophyte called prothallus. These gametophyte require cool, damp, shady places to grow. Because of this specific restricted requirement and the need for water for fertilization, the spread of living pteridophyte is limited and restricted to narrow geographical region. तो जो स्पोर्स है वो जर्मिनेट करते हैं इनकॉन्स्पिशियस स्मॉल और मल्टीसेलुलर फ्री लिविंग मोस्टली फोटोसिंथेटिक थैलॉइड गैमेटोफाइट, जिसको प्रोथैलस बोलते हैं. ये स्पोर उसको उस गैमेट को रिलीज करते हैं जिसका नाम है प्रोथैलस, जो कि फ्री लिविंग होना चाहिए, मोस्टली फोटोसिंथेटिक थैलॉइड गैमेटोफाइट होना चाहिए. उसके लिए स्पोर प्रोथैलस को जन्म देता है और इसके लिए उसको चाहिए क्या, कूल डैम शेडी प्लेसेस टू ग्रो. इसी की वजह से टेरिडोफाइट्स बहुत लिमिटेड जगह पर ही पाया जाता है और नैरो जियोग्राफिकल रीजन्स में ग्रो होते हैं. नैरो जियोग्राफिकल रीजन्स में ग्रो होते हैं. ठीक है, समझ गए. द गैमेटोफाइट जो होते हैं बियर मेल एंड फीमेल सेक्स ऑर्गन, जो मेल एंड फीमेल सेक्स ऑर्गन दोनों को लेकर चलते हैं. दैट इज एंथ्रीडिया एंड आर्कीगोनिया. आर्कीगोनिया और एंथ्रीडिया उसको बोलते हैं रेस्पेक्टिवली. वाटर इसको रिक्वायर्ड है फॉर ट्रांसफर ऑफ एंथेरोजॉइड्स. द मेल गैमेट्स रिलीज्ड फ्रॉम द एंथ्रीडिया टू द माउथ ऑफ द आर्कीगोनियम. फ्यूजन ऑफ मेल गैमेट विद द एग प्रेजेंट इन द आर्कीगोनियम रिजल्ट इन द फॉर्मेशन ऑफ जाइगोट. तो पहले सेक्स ऑर्गन क्या बोलते हैं, मेल सेक्स ऑर्गन ऑफ टेरिडोफाइट एंथ्रीडिया, फीमेल का आर्कियोगोनिया. जो गैमेट इसके साथ गैमेट निकल रहा है, मतलब जो गैमेट हो रहा है वो उसको बोलते हैं एंथ्रीडिया. फ्रॉम द जो गैमेट है एंथ्रीडिया से निकल रहा है माउथ, फ्रॉम द एंथ्रीडिया टू द माउथ. किसका माउथ में जा रहा है, आर्कियोगोनियम में. तो ये जो फ्यूजन ऑफ मेल गैमेट एंड विद द एग प्रेजेंट इन द आर्कियोगोनियम जो रिजल्ट करता है वही होता है जाइगोट फॉर्मेशन. तो ये जो है एक बार मैं फिर से बोल दे रहा हूँ यहाँ तक, अगर आपको क्लियर हो गया तो मैं एक बार फिर से बोल दे रहा हूँ यहाँ पर ताकि आपको क्लियर हो जाए. द टेरिडोफाइट्स जो है इंक्लूड हॉर्सटेल एंड फंस, ये इंक्लूड करते हैं हॉर्सटेल और फंस को। टेरिडोफाइट्स आर यूज्ड फॉर मेडिसिनल पर्पस एंड एज सॉइल माइंडर्स। तो ये दो चीज़ के लिए यूज़ होते हैं, एक तो मेडिसिनल पर्पस के लिए और सॉइल बाइंडर्स के लिए, और ये जो फ्रिक्वेंटली करते हैं ये ऑर्नामेंटल बनाने के लिए भी यूज़ होता है। इवोल्यूशनरीली दे आर द फर्स्ट टेरेस्ट्रियल प्लांट, ये फर्स्ट टेरेस्ट्रियल प्लांट है जो पोज करते हैं वैस्कुलर टिश्यू, जैसे कि हो जाइलम और फ्लोएम। आप इसको और गहराई से स्टडी करोगे चैप्टर 6 में। द टेरिडोफाइट्स आर फाउंड इन cool, damp, shady places, though some may flourish well in sandy soil conditions. आप इसको पाएंगे कूल, डैम्प और शेडी प्लेसेस में इसको ग्रो करने में, बाकी ये सैंडी सॉइल कंडीशन में भी रहता है। चलिए, you may recall that in bryophytes the dominant phase in the life cycle is the gametophytic plant body. ब्रायोफाइट्स में डोमिनेंट फेज जो होता है वो गैमेटोफाइटिक प्लांट बॉडी होता है, पर टेरिडोफाइट्स में स्पोरोफाइटिक का डोमिनेंट फेज होता है। स्पोरोफाइट क्या बियर करते हैं? स्पोरोफाइट स्पोर्स बियर करते हैं। डिफरेंशिएटेड द स्पोरोफाइट डिफरेंशिएटेड इनटू ट्रू रूट, स्टेम एंड लीव। तो ट्रू रूट, ट्रू स्टेम, ट्रू लीव होता है, और इसमें ट्रू जो रूट है, जो लीव्स होते हैं, माइक्रोफिल्स बोला जाता है सिलाजिनेला में, और मैक्रोफिल्स बोला जाता है फॉर्म्स में। और यहाँ पर एक लीफ लाइक सबस्टेंडेड एपेंडेज है जिसको बोला जाता है स्पोरोफिल्स। इन सम केसेस स्पोरोफिल में फॉर्म डिस्टिंक्ट कॉम्पैक्ट स्ट्रक्चर्स कॉल्ड स्ट्रोबेली और कोन्स। तो ये जो स्पोरोफिल है सबटेंडेड बाय लीफ लाइक एपेंडेज, ये सम कुछ में स्ट्रोबेली और कोन्स भी बनाता है, जिसका एग्जाम्पल सेलाजिनेला और इक्विस्टेम है। स्पोरेंजिया प्रोड्यूस स्पोर्स बाय meiosis. The sporangia प्रोड्यूस स्पोर्स, meiosis के बाद स्पोर करते हैं इन स्पोर मदर सेल। द स्पोर जर्मिनेट टू गिव राइज टू इनकॉन्स्पिशियस स्मॉल बट मल्टीसेलुलर फ्री लिविंग मोस्टली फोटोसिंथेटिक थैलॉइड गैमेटोफाइटिक कॉल्ड प्रोथैलस। तो ये जो स्पोर है, तो ये प्रोथैलस को गैमेटोफाइटिक जो बोलता है बनाता है, इसको प्रोथैलस बोलते हैं। ये जो गैमेटोफाइट्स बनते हैं इसके लिए चाहिए रिक्वायर्ड कूल, डैम्प, शेडी प्लेसेस टू ग्रो। बिकॉज ऑफ दिस स्पेसिफिक रेस्ट्रिक्टेड रिक्वायरमेंट एंड द नीड, wait a minute. चलिए, प्रोथैलस में थे हम लोग। तो ये जो है फोटोसिंथेटिक थैलोइड गैमेटोफाइट called prothallus. This gametophyte require cool, damp, shady places to grow. Because of this specific restricted requirement and the need for water for fertilization, the spread of living pteridophytes is limited and restricted to narrow geographical region. The gametophytes bear male and female sex organs called antheridia and archegonia respectively. Water is required for transfer of anthrazoid. तो water required है इनका fertilization के लिए. The male gamete released from the antheria to the mouth of archeogonia. Fusion of male gamete with the egg present in archeogonia result in the form of zygote. ये हो गया. Zygote thereafter produces a multicellular well-differentiated sporophyte, which is a dominant phase of the pteridophytes. In majority of the pteridophytes, all the spores of similar kinds such as plant like Homosporous, general like Selaginella and Salvinia, which produce two kinds of spores, macro and micro. Selaginella and Salvinia, which produce two kinds of spores, that is macro and micro, are known as heterosporous. तो टू सिमिलर काइंड्स ऑफ स्पोर्स अगर प्रोड्यूस कर रहा है तो होमोस्पोरस, अगर डिफरेंट तो heterosporous. The megaspores and microspores germinate and give rise to female and male gametophyte respectively. The female gametophyte in these plants are retained on the parent sporophyte for variable periods. The development of the zygote into young embryos takes place within the female gametophyte. The event is precursor to the seed habit, which is considered an important step for evolution. Seed habit is considered as important step for evolution. Okay. Example आपको pteridophytes को याद करने की जरूरत नहीं है. तो एक ट्रिक बोल रहा हूँ. प्लीज लर्न सम प्लांट. आपको ये याद रखना है, जो कि मैं यहाँ पर लिख दे रहा हूँ. Please learn some plant. Please Xylotum, L Lycosida, S Phinocida, P Pterosida. Please learn some plants. Please pterocida, L lycosida, S स्पिनोसिडा, P pterocida। ठीक है, तो ये हो गया हमारा टेरिडोफाइट्स। चलिए, तो क्या एक बार फिर से मैं करवा दूं? मुझे लगता है ये थोड़ा करा देने से आपको ही हेल्प हो जाएगा। एक बार, ओ इसका डायग्राम बच गया। The pteridophytes include hostels and fawns. Pteridophytes are used for medicinal purposes and as soil binders. They are also frequently grown as ornamentals. Evolutionarily, they are the first terrestrial plants to possess vascular tissue, xylem, and phloem. We shall study more about this in tissue in chapter 6. The pteridophytes are found in cool, damp, shady places, though some may flourish well in sandy soil condition. ये पहला medicinal purpose soil binders थे. You may recall that in bryophytes and pteridophytes, the dominant phase in the life cycle is the gametophytic plant body. However, in pteridophytes, the main plant body is sporophytic, which is differentiated into two root, true stem, and leaves. However, in which is the sporophyte, okay, the leaves in pteridophyta are small microphyles as in Selaginella, or large macrophyles as in fawns. The sporophytes bear sporangia that are subtended by leaf-like appendages called sporophylls. In some cases, sporophylls may form distinct compact-like structure, strobili or cones. Selaginella and equistem is the example. The sporangia produce spores by meiosis in spore mother cells. The spores germinate to give rise to inconspicuous, small but multicellular, free-living, mostly photosynthetic thalloid gametophyte called prothallus. These gametophytes require cool, damp, shady places to grow. Because of this specific restricted requirement and the need for water for fertilization, the spread of living pteridophytes is limited and restricted to narrow geographical regions. The gametophytes bear male and female sex organ called antheridia and archeogonia respectively. Water is required for transfer of antherozoids, the male gamete released from the antheridia to the mouth of archeogonium. Fusion of male gamete with with the egg present in the archeogonium result in the formation of zygote. Zygote thereafter produces a multicellular well-differentiated sporophyte, which is the dominant phase of the pteridophytes. In majority of the pteridophytes, spores are all similar kinds. Such plants are called homosporous. Genera like Selaginella and Salvinia, which produce two kinds of spores, macro and micro spores, are known as heterosporous. The megaspores and the microspores germinate and give rise to female and male gametophyte. Okay, Selagina salvinia, which produce two kinds of spores. Selagina salvinia produce two kinds of spores. One is macro. The female gametophyte in these plants are retained on the parent sporophyte for variable periods. The development of the zygote into young embryos takes place within the female gametophyte. This event is a precursor to the seed habit, considered an important step in evolution. Example is plant Please learn some plants. Please Psilocybin. Learn Lycosida. Some Spinosida. P. pterosida. Psilocida, Xylotum, Lycosida, Selaginella, Lycopodium, Spinosida, Equistem, Pterosida, Diopteris, Teres, Adiantum, 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 Diopteris, Teres, Adiantum. Okay, so this was the pteridophytes, which was required to take 30 minutes, but it took 40 minutes to 50. Okay. Now we will consider gymnosperms. Let's start. The gymnosperms are plants in which the ovules are not enclosed by any ovary wall and remain exposed. जिम्नोस्पर्म्स एक ऐसा प्लांट है जिसमें जो ओव्यूल्स है आर नॉट एनक्लोज्ड बाय एनी ओवरी, ये किसी भी ओवरी से एनक्लोज नहीं है, और एंड रिमेन एक्सपोज्ड बोथ बिफोर एंड आफ्टर फर्टिलाइजेशन, फर्टिलाइजेशन के पहले भी और फर्टिलाइजेशन के बाद भी। ठीक है, तो ये नेकेड है, ओव्यूल्स इसमें नेकेड है। जिम्नो मीन्स नेकेड, स्पर्मा मीन्स सीड। जिम्नोस्पर्म्स इंक्लूड मीडियम साइज ट्रीज। ओके, तो टेरिडोफाइट्स का जो डायग्राम है ये सारे आ सकते हैं भाई। रूट्स, स्टेम, लीव्स, सेलाजिनेला, इक्विस्टेम, फॉर्न, सेल्विनिया। तो आपको अगर दिखाऊं, देख सकते हो ये जो डायग्राम है ये आपका सेलाजिनेला है। ठीक है, ये सेलाजिनेला है। ये बी जो डायग्राम है ये भी आपको याद करना है, ये इक्विस्टेम है। और सी डायग्राम फॉन्स है, और डी सैल्विनिया। तो ये आपको याद करना जरूरी है। इसको बोलते हैं स्ट्रोबिलस, स्ट्रोबिलस। इसको बोलते हैं नोड्स, ये इंटरनोड, ये और ये है ब्रांच, ये ब्रांच है। समझ में आया आपको? चलिए, तो ये था कुछ टेरिडोफाइट्स के बारे में। अब जिम्नोस्पर्म पढ़ते हैं आराम से। जिम्नोस्पर्म के लिए मैं देना चाहता हूँ यहाँ पर चलिए 30 मिनट्स ही देते हैं। लास्ट के 1 घंटे में हम लोग एल्गी और ब्रायोफाइट्स कवर कर लेंगे। The gymnosperms. Gymno means naked, sperma means seeds, are plants in which the ovules are not enclosed by any ovary wall and remain exposed both before and after fertilization. The seeds that develop post fertilization are not covered. जो seed develop होते हैं मतलब fertilization के बाद वो भी cover नहीं होते हैं। जिम्नोस्पर्म इंक्लूड मीडियम साइज ट्रीज। जिम्नोस्पर्म में मीडियम साइज ट्रीज होता है। और टॉल ट्रीज एंड श्रब्स, टॉल ट्रीज भी होती है, कई में श्रब्स। वन ऑफ द जिम्नोस्पर्म, द जाइंट रेडवुड ट्री सिकुया इज वन ऑफ द टॉलेस्ट ट्री स्पेसीज। सिकुआ जो है वो टॉलेस्ट ट्री स्पेसीज है। बाकी जिम्नोस्पर्म में इंक्लूड होती है मीडियम साइज ट्रीज और टॉल ट्रीज एंड श्रब्स भी इंक्लूड होते हैं। टॉलेस्ट ट्री शिकुया जो रेडवुड ट्री भी नाम से जाना जाता है वो टॉलेस्ट है। द रूट्स आर जनरली टैप रूट्स। ठीक है, रूट्स जो होते हैं वो टैप रूट्स होते हैं। रूट्स आर जनरली टैप रूट्स। रूट्स आर जनरली टैप रूट्स। रूट्स आर जनरली टैप रूट्स। ठीक है, तो रूट्स जो है वो टैप रूट हो गए। तो the the roots are generally tap roots. Roots in some genera roots are generally tap roots। ठीक है, चलिए रूट्स इन सम जेनरा है फंगल एसोसिएशन। फंगल एसोसिएशन होता है कुछ जेनरा में, जैसे फाइनस में माइकोरहिजा होते हैं, वाइल इन सम अदर साइकस स्मॉल स्पेशलाइज्ड रूट्स आर कॉल्ड कोलारॉइड रूट्स एंड आर एसोसिएटेड विद नाइट्रोजन फिक्सिंग बैक्टीरिया। तो एक तो रूट दो तरह के होते हैं, जनरली फंगल एसोसिएशन में होते हैं तो उसको बोला जाता है माइकोरहिजा फाइनस, वाइल इन सम अदर साइकस स्मॉल स्पेशलाइज्ड रूट जो होते हैं उसको कोरालॉइड रूट्स बोला जाता है और वो एसोसिएटेड है नाइट्रोजन फिक्सिंग साइनोबैक्टीरिया से। द स्टेम्स आर अनब्रांच्ड, स्टेम अनब्रांच्ड होते हैं साइकस और ब्रांच्ड होते हैं फाइनस में। फाइनस और सेंट्रस में ब्रांच्ड होते हैं और स्टेम्स जो होते हैं साइकस में वो अनब्रांच्ड होते हैं। ठीक है, इन साइकस द पिन्नेट लीफ परसिस्ट फॉर अ फ्यू ईयर्स। साइकस में जो पिन्नेट लीव्स हैं वो फ्यू ईयर्स तक परसिस्ट करते हैं। द लीव्स इन जिम्नोस्पर्म्स आर वेल अडेप्टेड टू विथस्टैंड एक्सट्रीम्स ऑफ टेम्परेचर। जो एक्सट्रीम टेम्परेचर है उसको भी विथस्टैंड कर सकता है। लीव्स ह्यूमिडिटी एंड विंड इन कॉनिफर्स। द needle like leaves reduce the surface area. Their thick cuticle and sunken stomata also helps to reduce water loss. जो थिक कटिकल और संकेन स्टोमाटा है वो भी वाटर लॉस हेल्प करने में रिड्यूस करता है, प्रिवेंट करता है। तो क्या क्या हुआ इन साइकस द लीव्स परसिस्ट फॉर फ्यू इयर्स, द लीव्स इन जिम्नोस्पर्म्स The leaves in gymnosperms are well adapted to withstand extremes of temperature, humidity and wind. ठीक है। इन कॉनिफर्स द निडल लाइक लीव्स, कॉनिफर्स में जो निडल लाइक लीव्स है रिड्यूस द सरफेस एरिया रिड्यूस करते हैं। द थिक कटिकल एंड संकेन स्टोमाटा ऑल्सो हेल्प टू रिड्यूस वाटर लॉस। द जिम्नोस्पर्म्स आर द हेटेरोस्पोरस, जिम्नोस्पर्म हेटेरोस्पोरस होते हैं, मतलब इसमें स्पोर्स एक सिमिलर काइंड के नहीं होते, इसमें हमेशा दो ही होते हैं। दे प्रोड्यूस हैप्लॉइड माइक्रोस्पोर्स एंड मेगास्पोर्स, हैप्लॉइड माइक्रोस्पोर एंड मेगास्पोर प्रोड्यूस करते हैं। कैसे? हैप्लॉइड, ये आपको याद रखना पड़ेगा। द टू काइंड्स ऑफ स्पोर्स आर प्रोड्यूस्ड विद स्पोरेंजिया दैट आर बोर्न ऑन स्पोरोफाइल्स व्हिच आर अरेंज्ड स्पाइरली along an axis to form lacs or compact strobili or cones. The strobili bears अच्छा, the two kind of spores within sporangia that are born sporophyll are arranged in spirally along an axis to form lacs or compact strobili. तो जिम्नोस्पर्म जो होते हैं वो हेटेरोस्पोरस होते हैं, प्रोड्यूस होते हैं हैप्लॉइड माइक्रोस्पोर और मेगास्पोर्स। द टू काइंड्स ऑफ स्पोर्स आर प्रोड्यूस्ड विदिन स्पोरेंजिया, दो काइंड ऑफ स्पोर्स है वो स्पोरेंजिया में ही बनते हैं। दैट आर बोर्न ऑन स्पोरोफाइल्स व्हिच आर अरेंज्ड स्पाइरली अलोंग एन एक्सिस टू फॉर्म लैक्स और कॉम्पैक्ट स्ट्रोबिली और कोन्स। The strobili bearing microsporophiles and microsporangia are called microsporangiate or male strobili. तो जो स्ट्रोबिली स्पोरोफाइल में स्पोर्स बनते हैं जो स्पाइरली अरेंज होते हैं along an axis to form lacs और compact strobili और cones। द स्ट्रोबिली जो होता है वो माइक्रोस्पोरोफिल और एंड माइक्रोस्पोरेंजिया बियर करते हैं, कॉल्ड माइक्रोस्पोरेंजिएट और मेल स्ट्रोबिली। माइक्रोस्पोर डेवलप इनटू अ मेल गैमेटोफाइटिक जनरेशन which is highly reduced and is confined to only a limited number of cells, जो कि लिमिटेड नंबर ऑफ सेल्स में ही कॉन्फाइंड है। तो जिम्नोस्पर्म जो होते हैं हेटेरोस्पोरस होते हैं, हेटेरोस्पोरस होते हैं. They produce haploid microspores and megaspores. These two kind of spores are produced within sporangia that are borne on sporophyll. Sporangia में दो spores बनते हैं और spirally arranged होते हैं along the axis to form lax or compact strobili or cones. लैक्स और कॉम्पैक्ट स्ट्रोबिली और कोन्स बनते हैं. स्ट्रोबिली में क्या रहता है? माइक्रोस्पोरोफिल एंड माइक्रोस्पोरेंजिया आर कॉल्ड माइक्रोस्पोरेंजिएट और मेल स्ट्रोबिली. The microspore develop into a male gametophytic generation which is highly reduced and is confined to only mammalian cells. This reduced gametophyte is called pollen gland. Highly reduced होता है microspore. The development of pollen gland takes place within the microsporangia. Microsporangia में takes place होता है. The cones bearing microsporophytes with ovules or megasporangia are called microsporangiate or female strobili. जो cones bear करते हैं वो megaspore होते हैं. megasporophytes with ovules और megaspores होते हैं are called microsporangiate और female strobili बोलते हैं. The male और female may be born on the same tree. अगर दोनों सेम ट्री में पैदा हो रहे हैं तो उसको बोला जाता है पाइनस में पैदा होते हैं, और डिफरेंट ट्रीज में अगर होते हैं तो साइकस होता है. ठीक है. The megaspore mother cell is differentiated from one of the cells of the nucellus. The nucellus is protected by envelopes and the composite structure is called ovule. तो न्यूसेलस जो है वो एनवेलप से प्रोटेक्टेड होता है, जिसको ओव्यूल बोला जाता है. ओव्यूल के अंदर जो न्यूसेलस है वो प्रोटेक्टेड होते हैं. ठीक है. The ovules are born on megasporophytes. हाँ. The ovules are born on megasporophytes which may be clustered to form the female cones. ये तो पता ही है. The megaspore mother cell divides neotically. The megaspore mother cell divides neotically to form 4 megaspores. One of the megaspore enclosed within the microsporium develops into a female gametophyte that bears 2 more archeogonia और female sex organ. तो 4 मेगास्पोरेंजिया बनते हैं, मेगास्पोर बनते हैं. इसमें से एक मेगास्पोर एंक्लोज्ड रहता है मेगास्पोरेंजियम में और वही आर्कियोगोनिया बियर करते हैं 2 और मोर आर्कियोगोनिया और फीमेल सेक्स ऑर्गन. The multicellular female gametophyte is also retained within megasporangium. Multicellular female gametophyte जो होते हैं वो भी is also retained within megasporangium. वो भी megasporangium के अंदर ही रहता है. ठीक है. अब unlike bryophytes and pteridophytes, in gymnosperm the male and the female gametophytes, तो ब्रायोफाइट्स और टेरिडोफाइट्स में जैसे कि था, the male and the female gametophytes do not have an independent free living existence. पर यहाँ पर जो जीनोस्पर्म में फ्री लिविंग एग्जिस्टेंस नहीं है. They remain within the sporangia retained on the sporophytes. ये sporangia में ही रहते हैं, sporophytes में ही. The pollen grain is released from the microsporangium. The pollen grain is released form the microsporangium. They are carried in air currents and come in contact with the opening of the ovule bone on megasporophiles. The pollen tube carrying the male gametes grow towards the archeogonia in the ovule. जो पोलन ट्यूब कैरी कर रहा है वो ग्रो करता है आर्कियोगोनिया के तरफ. Discharge their contents near the mouth of the archeogonia. Following fertilization, zygote develops into embryo and the ovule into seed. The seeds are not covered. तो यहाँ पर जो सीड है वो कवर नहीं होते हैं, ये आपको याद रखना है. तो ये था जिम्नोस्पर्म. अभी भी 17 मिनट बचा है, उसके पहले ही हमारा हो गया. हालांकि और एक बार 2 बार रिविजन करना जरूरी है. चलिए, हम लोग जिस स्पीड से अभी प्लांट किंगडम को पकड़े वो सही स्पीड ही है. अभी अगर देखा जाए तो सिर्फ 1 घंटा ही हुआ है प्लांट किंगडम. अगली जो हम चैप्टर पढ़ेंगे वो कौन सा कंप्लीट करें. ओके, चलिए जिम्नोस्पर्म एक बार फिर से रिवाइज करते हैं। जिम्नोस्पर्म होते हैं नेकेड और plants in which the ovules are not enclosed by any ovary wall and remain exposed. Both before and after fertilization, the seeds that develop post fertilization are not covered and are naked. तो ये naked होते हैं। जिम्नोस्पर्म जो होते हैं include medium sized trees, shrubs and tall trees. One of the gymnosperm, the giant redwood tree sequoia, is the tallest tree species. ये tallest tree है. The roots are generally tap roots. Roots in some genera have fungal association in the form of mycorrhiza, while in some other small specialized roots are called coralloid roots are associated with nitrogen fixing cyanobacteria. The stems are unbranched or branched pinus centrus. The leaves may be simple or compound. In cycas, the pinnate leaves persist for a few years. ठीक है, साइकस में तो ये क्या है, कोरोलॉइड रूट्स है। साइकस में स्पेशलाइज्ड रूट कोरोलॉइड और नाइट्रोजन फिक्सिंग बैक्टीरिया भी है, और माइकोरिजा पाइनस इज द एग्जांपल। The stems are unbranched cycas and branched pinus cedrus. The leaves क्या होते हैं, may be simple or compound. In cycas, pinnate leaf persist for a few years. Pinnate leaves जो होते हैं वो years तक रहते हैं. The leaves in gymnosperms are well adapted to withstand the extreme temperature, humidity and wind. In conifers, the needle-like leaf reduce the surface area. Their thick cuticle and sunken stomata also helps to reduce water loss. तो जो कॉनिफर्स होते हैं, निडल लाइक लीव्स रिड्यूस करते हैं सरफेस एरिया, देयर थिक कटिकल एंड संकन स्टोमाटा। द जिम्नोस्पर्म्स आर हेटेरोस्पोरस, दे प्रोड्यूस हैप्लॉइड माइक्रोस्पोर्स। The gymnosperms are heterosporous. They produce haploid microspores and megaspores. The two kinds of spores within sporangia that are borne on sporophytes are arranged spirally along the axis from the lax or compact strobili or cones. The strobili bear in microsporophyll.
पता नहीं लेकिन कुछ तो हो गया है मुझे ना बाहर जाने का मन कर पता नहीं लेकिन कुछ तो हो गया है मुझे ना बाहर जाने का मन करता है ना घर पे रहने का मन करता है ना किसी से बात होती है ना बात करने का मन करता है तो शायद नाराज हूँ खुद से और ढूंढ रहा हूँ खुद को मुझसे उम्मीद लगा के बैठे थे कुछ लोग मैंने निराश कर दिया सबको
Okay, so here it is. Female strobili, female cones may be born in the same tree pinus or on different tree cycles. The megaspore mother cell is differentiated from one of the cells to the composite structure called an ovule. The ovule to ovule are born on megasporophyte which may be clustered mutually to form four megaspore. One of the megaspore enclosed within the megasporangium develops into a multicellular female gametophyte that bears two or more archaeogonia or female sex organ. The multicellular female gametophyte is also retained within megasporangium. Unlike biophytes and pteridophytes in genus, the male and the female gametophyte do not have an independent free living existence. Their remain do not the sporangia retains in the sporophyte. The pollen grain is released from the microsporangium. They are carried near currents and come in contact with the opening of the ovules borne on megasporophytes. The pollen tube carrying the male gametes grow towards the archeogonia in the ovules. and discharge their contents near the mouth of the archaeogonia. Following fertilization, zygote develops into an embryo and the ovule into seed. The seeds are not covered. That's it. So जीनोस्पर्म हमारा ख़त्म हो गया. अब जिम्नोस्पर्म का एग्जाम्पल हमने नहीं किया. साइकोस्पाइनस गिंको. ठीक है, चलिए ये हो गया. अब हम लोग एल्गी में चले जाएंगे, फिर बायोफाइट्स में आएंगे. एल्गी में सबसे ज़्यादा क्वेश्चन आता है. चलिए, तो इधर मैं आपको 10 मिनट का ब्रेक लेना चाहता हूँ और फिर हम एल्गी और बायोफाइट दोनों 30 to 40 मिनट्स में कंप्लीट कर लेंगे. चलिए.
शेर आपको देख के भाग जाती है।
Hi. बढ़िया। तुम्हारा? दिल्ली। Hi. Why are you abusing? Showing your face. Are you shy? Okay. Okay, 20 minutes break হয়ে গেল। Algae are chlorophyll bearing, simple, thalloid, autotrophic and largely aquatic. Both freshwater and marine. They occur in a variety of other habitats, moist soils and wood. Some of them also occur in association with fungi and animals. Okay, the form and size of algae is highly variable. The size ranges from microscopic unicellular forms uh, like Chlamydomonas to colonial forms like volvox. Unicellular microscopic form is Chlamydomonas to uniformly form like volvox to the filamentous forms like Ulothrix and Spirogyra. Filamentous forms, remember, filamentous form is Ulothrix and Spirogyra. A few of the marine forms such as kelps form massive plant body. Few of the marine form massive plant body. The algae reproduce by vegetative, asexual and sexual method. 3 टाइप्स के साथ ही वो रिप्रोड्यूस करता है. Asexual reproduction is by the production of different types of spores, the most common being the zoospores. They are flagellated. Flagellated means motile, and germination give rise to asexual reproduction is by the different types of spores. কোথায় যাচ্ছ? হ্যাঁ? ও okay. They are flagellated, motile, and on germination give rise to new plants. Sexual reproduction takes place through fusion of two gametes. These gametes can be flagellated and similar in size as in Chlamydomonas. Flagellated and similar in size, that is Chlamydomonas. Non-flagellated and dissimilar in size, non-flagellated but similar in size, Spirogyra. Such reproduction is called isogamous. So flagellated and similar in size, Chlamydomonas, and non-flagellated similar in size, Spirogyra. দেখালাম তো কালকে। কোথায় দেখালি রে? বাইরে কথা বলছিস? বাবা সাদা শুয়ে শুয়ে তোমার সাথে ফোন করলো, তুই বললে অরেঞ্জটা কেন নিলি? অরেঞ্জ লাল আর কই লালটা দেখাসনি, মুখে বলেছিস না? দেখালাম তোমার কালার, দেখালাম ছবিতে ডাইরেক্ট দেখাসনি। আসেই তো নি, দেখাবো কি? বলি চেঞ্জ ও আসেনি না, ছবিটা লালটা বললাম চেঞ্জ করে, ওই সবুজটা নিলি না? আরে আগে আসুক। এই দেখো কি হয়েছে বুড়ো, গেঞ্জি দেখালি না তাই বলছি, এটা আসেনি। চলো এই যে বুড়ো এটা কিনেছি, এই যেটা রংটা মিলবে এর পলিশ, যেই একটা কিনতে গেলাম 30 টাকা নিয়ে নিল। হ্যাঁ ওরা বলছে লোকে 50, এই 2 ডজন 3 ডজন ওখান থেকে কেনে, তো হয়তো 25 টাকা করে দেবে। চলো হ্যাঁ, আর আমি একটু বড়টাই নিলাম, এর থেকে ছোট ছিল সেটা 20 টাকা। সেটা দেবো একটু কম পড়ে যাবে এইটুকুনি, মানে এটা অনেক মোটা তো শিশিগুলো। সেটা তো দিইনি, সেটা তো ছিল। So similar, flagellated and similar in size, Chlamydomonas, non-flagellated and similar in size, Spirogyra. Such reproduction is called isogamous. Fusion of two gametes dissimilar in size as in species of Chlamydomonas is termed as anisogamous. Dissimilar in size is termed as anisogamous. Fusion between one large non-motile static female gamete and one smaller motile male gamete is termed as oogamous. Example volvox and fucus.
আমি দেখলাম না আগে সুকেশগুলো খুলতে হবে। এইরকম পর্যটন করতে সবকটা জানলা সবকটা দরজা ছিল। এখন সময় না মাত্র অল্প হুড়ুড়ি করে নেই।
Again, I will repeat the algae. Algae are chlorophyll-bearing, simple, thalloid, autotrophic, largely aquatic, both freshwater and marine organisms. They occur in a variety of other habitats, moist stones, soils, and wood. Some of them also occur in association with fungi and animals. The form and size of algae is highly variable. The size ranges from microscopic unicellular forms like Chlamydomonas to colonial forms like volvox and to filamentous forms like Ulothrix and Spirogyra. A few of the marine forms, such as scalps, form massive plant body. The algae produce. Huh? কে খোলে?
হালকা ঘরে পড়া না পড়া সব সব খুলে দিই।
আমি খুলি?
হ্যাঁ তুই যে বেশি দিয়ে
এটা আমি পড়ি না আমার নামে দোষ
তারা
দিবি।
দেখো তো তারা
কি কষ্ট হচ্ছে শরীরে?
বেশ নিজের মতো ছিল তখন। রেকর্ড
এটা খুব টাইট হয়ে গেছে।
একভাবে রয়েছে বলে যায়। ধরো আগে করে নিই
দেখো
মনে মনে ভালো করে এইদিকে আমার ছিল বাড়িয়ে বাড়িয়ে
এটা আমি একদম পড়ি না। এটা রাই পড়ে।
সব সময় আলাদা করে
Algae are chlorophyll-bearing, simple, thalloid, autotrophic, and largely aquatic, both freshwater and marine organisms. কি হয়েছে?
কি করছো?
কেন?
নিয়ে করছো
অ্যালগি
কল্পনা কি করছো?
কোশ্চেন করছি আর বায়োই পড়ে যাচ্ছি।
কি করছো? বায়ো কয়টা করলে?
অনেকটা
কতটা?
অনেকটা
বইটা এটা না
পুরো বিসির কোশ্চেন করে নিয়েছি।
বেশি গালা দিচ্ছিস না।
বায়োলজিক্যাল ক্লাসিফিকেশন কে শর্টে নাম দিয়েছি, এখানেও দেখতে পারিস।
একে অ্যানিমাল কিংডম। এখন কি পড়ছো? প্লান্ট কিংডম।
এখন পিকে পড়ছি। কেন কি হয়েছে হঠাৎ জিজ্ঞেস করছিস? বল না, জিজ্ঞেস করে গেলি কেন?
ইচ্ছা মর্জি শখ কে হাই বলছো?
বস।
না আমি মায়েরা চলে গেছে রেখে এসেছিলাম
ও
ঘুম পাচ্ছে, যদি ঘুমটা কাটে কি করবো?
সো
লাফাচ্ছি খেলছি তাতেও যাচ্ছে
সো
না।
আমি অ্যালগি আর বায়োফাইট করেই খেলে নিচ্ছি।
কতক্ষণ লাগবে? আমি শুতে কেন যাবো? যাবো
আমার এই যে ম্যাক্সিমাম 15 মিনিট।
15 মিনিট, ঠিক আছে।
এতদিন নিচে ব্যথা ছিল, এবারে ওপরে। তো algae are chlorophyll bearing, simple thalloid autotrophic and largely aquatic, both freshwater and marine organisms. They occur in a variety of other habitats, moist zones, soils and woods. Some of them also occur in association with fungi, lichen and animals, example sloth bear. The form and size of algae is highly variable. The size ranges from microscopic unicellular forms like Chlamydomonas to colonial forms like volvox and to the filamentous forms like Eulothrix and Spirogyra. Few of marine forms such as scalps form massive plant bodies. The algae reproduce by vegetative, asexual and sexual methods. Vegetative reproduction is by fragmentation. Each fragment develops into a thallus. सो ईच जो फ्रैगमेंट है वो थैलस में डेवलप हो जाता है. Sexual reproduction is by the production of different types of spores, the most common being the zoospores. They are flagellated, motile, and on germination give rise to new plant. Sexual reproduction takes place through fusion of two gametes. These gametes can be flagellated and similar in size, as in Chlamydomonas, or non-flagellated but similar in size, Pyrogyra. Flagellated and similar in size, Chlamydomonas, non-flagellated and similar in size, Spirogyra. Such reproduction is called isogamous. Fusion of two isogamous dissimilar in size, as in some species of Chlamydomonas, is termed as an isogamous. Fusion between one large static male gamete, one large non-motile female gamete, and one smaller motile male gamete is termed as oogamous. That example is volvox and fucus. नीचे सुनो सुइए. Algae are useful to man in variety of ways. At least half of the total carbon dioxide fixation on Earth is carried out by algae through photosynthesis. तो हाफ जो कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड फिक्सेशन ऑन अर्थ है वो एल्गी कैरी कर लेता है. ठीक है. बीइंग फोटोसिंथेटिक दे इंक्रीज द लेवल ऑफ डिजोल्व ऑक्सीजन इन देयर इमीडिएट एनवायरनमेंट. फोटोसिंथेटिक होने के नाते वो अपना जो है ऑक्सीजन रिलीज कर देता है डिजॉल्व एनवायरनमेंट में. They are the paramount importance as primary producers of energy-rich compounds which form the basis of food cycles of all aquatic animals. Many species of porphyral amnirian sargassum are among the 70 species of the marine algae used as food. Certain marine brown and red algae produce large amounts of hydrocolloids, water holding capacity substance. Example, algine and carrageenan red algae are used commercially. Agar, one of the commercial products obtained from Gillidium and Gracilaria. Okay, algine brown algae, carrageenan red algae, Gillidium and are used to grow microbes in preparation of ice cream and jellies. Chlorella and spirulina are unicellular algae rich in protein and are used as food supplement even by space traveler. So Chlorella and spirulina are unicellular algae rich in protein and are used as food supplements even by space traveler. The algae are divided into three main classes. क्लोरोफाइसी, फियोफाइसी एंड नोडोफाइसी। तो स्पेस ट्रैवलर में कौन लेकर जाता है सप्लीमेंट बाय स्पेस ट्रैवलर? एल्गी कोलोरेला एंड स्पाइरुलिना एल्गी रिच इन प्रोटीन एंड यूज्ड एज फूड सप्लीमेंट इवन बाय कोलोरेला एंड स्पाइरुलिना। ये फूड सप्लीमेंट के तौर पर स्पेस में लेकर जाते हैं एस्ट्रोनॉट्स। नेक्स्ट है कोलोरेला, फिर है फियोफाइसी, फिर है रोडोफाइसी, फिर है ब्रायोफाइट्स। ये हम कंप्लीट कर लेंगे, अब हो जाएगा। क्लोरोफाइसी पढ़ते हैं, क्या है क्लोरोफाइसी? The members of chlorophyce are The members of chlorophyce are commonly called green algae। तो इसको ग्रीन एल्गी बोला जाता है। द प्लांट बॉडी में भी यूनिसेलुलर, कोलोनियल और फिलामेंटस। प्लांट बॉडी जो है वो में भी कोलोनियल हो सकते हैं, यूनिसेलुलर हो सकते हैं, या तो फिलामेंटस हो सकते हैं। ठीक है, कोलोनियल, फिलामेंटस। और द क्लोरोप्लास्ट में भी डिस्क्वाइड, plate-like, reticulate, cup-shaped, spiral, or ribbon-shaped in different species. Most of the members have one or more storage bodies called pyrenoids located in the chloroplast. Pyrenoids contain protein besides starch. Some algae may store food in the form of oil droplets. Green algae usually have a rigid cell wall made up of an inner layer of cellulose and outer layer of pectose. Green algae usually made up of a rigid cell wall. Pacha, pyrenoids contain protein beside starch. Vegetative reproduction usually takes place by fragmentation or by the formation of different types of spores. Asexual reproduction is by flagellated zoospores produced in zoosporangia. The sexual reproduction shows considerable variation in type of formation of sex cells and may be isogamous, anisogamy, or ugamous. Some commonly found चाइना में वॉल्वो उल्टा के स्पेन चला। चाइना में वॉल्वो उल्टा के स्पेन चला, ये ट्रिक आपको लिख लेना चाहिए मेरे ख्याल से। सो क्लोरोफाइसी मैं एक बार फिर से समझा दे रहा हूँ। द मेंबर्स ऑफ क्लोरोफाइसी आर कॉमनली कॉल्ड ग्रीन एल्गी। द प्लांट बॉडी में बी यूनिसेलुलर, कोलोनियल और फिलामेंटस। They are usually grass green due to the dominance of pigments of chlorophyll A and B. The pigments are localized in definite chloroplasts. The chloroplast may be discoid, plate-like, reticulate, cup-shaped, spiral, or ribbon-shaped in different species. Most of the members have one or more storage bodies called pyrenoids located in the chloroplast. Pyrenoids contain protein besides starch. Pyrenoids contain protein besides starch. Some algae may store food in the form of oil droplets. Green algae usually have a rigid cell wall of an inner cellulose and an outer layer of pectose. Vegetative reproduction usually takes place by fragmentation or by formation of different types of spores. Okay. Asexual reproduction is by zoospores. The sexual reproduction shows considerable amount वेरिएशन इन टाइम ऑफ सेक्स सेल्स एंड मे बी आइसोगैमस भी हो सकता है, oogamous भी हो सकता है या एन आइसोगैमस भी हो सकता है. सम कॉमनली फाउंड ग्रीन एल्गी आर. यहाँ से क्वेश्चन आएगा आपका पायनोइड्स कंटेंट प्रोटीन बिसाइड स्टार्च. क्लोरोप्लास्ट में डिस्क्वायर प्लेट लाइक रेटिकुलेट कैसा होता है, क्यों ग्रीन एल्गी क्या है, क्या क्लोरोफिल है, ए एंड बी है, बस ये सभी आएगा. Phaeophysi. The members of Phaeophysi or brown algae are found primarily in marine habitats. ये marine habitats में पाया जाता है. They show great variation in size and form. ये जो Phaeophysi है ये great variation in size and form show करते हैं और they range from simple branched filamentous form ectocarpus to profusely branched forms such as represented as scalps which may reach a height of 100 meters. They possess chlorophyll A and C, carotenoids and xanthophyll. They vary in color from olive to various shades of brown depending upon the amount of xanthophyll pigment fucoxanthin present. Fucoxanthin present in them. Food is stored as complex carbohydrate which may be in the form of laminarin or mannitol. The vegetative cells have a cellulosic wall usually covered on the outside by a gelatinous coating of algin. The protoplast contain in addition to plastid a centrally located vacuole and nucleus. The plant body is usually attached to the substratum by a holdfast and has a stalk, the stipe and leaf-like photosynthetic organ, the frond. Vegetative reproduction takes place by fragmentation. Asexual reproduction in most brown algae is by biflagellated zoospores and that are pear-shaped and have two unequal laterally attached flagella. Sexual reproduction may be isogamous, anisogamous or oogamous. Union of gametes may take place in water or within the Oogonium species. The gametes are pyriform, pear-shaped and bear two laterally appendages flagella. The common forms are ED lamborghini से फरार. Ectocarpus, Dictyota, Laminaria, Sargassum, Fucus. Next is Phaeophysi, Rhodophysi. Rhodophysi are commonly called red algae because of the presence of predominance of the red pigment R. phycoceratin, and majority of the red algae are marine with greater concentrations found in the warmer areas. They occur in both well-lighted regions close to the surface of water and also at the great depths in ocean which where little light penetrates. The red thalli of the most red algae are multicellular. Some of them have complex body organization. The food is stored as Floridian starch, which is very similar to amylopectin and glycogen in nature. The red algae usually vegetative by fragmentation. They reproduce asexually by non-motile spores, sexually by non-motile gametes. Sexual G square, gracilaria G square, P square, poly by complex post fertilization development होता है. The common members are Polysiponia, Porphyra, Gracilaria, Giladium. इसका एग्जाम्पल है पी स्क्वायर जी स्क्वायर के रूप में आप याद रख सकते हैं. अब है ब्रायोफाइट्स. ब्रायोफाइट्स इंक्लूड द वेरियस mosses and liverworts that are found commonly growing in moist shady areas in hills. चलिए ये हो गया. ब्रायोफाइट्स का आप डायग्राम देख लीजिएगा, हालांकि डायग्राम का अलग वीडियो आएगा. Bryophytes are also called amphibians of the plant kingdom. Bryophytes are also called amphibians of the plant kingdom because these plants can live in soil but are dependent on water for sexual reproduction. They occur in damp, humid and shaded localities. They play an important role in plant succession on bare rocks or soil. The plant body of bryophytes is more differentiated than that of algae. It is a thallus-like and prostrate or erect and attached to the substratum by unicellular or multicellular rhizoids. They lack true root, stem or leaves. They may possess root-like, leaf-like, stem-like structures. The main plant body of the bryophyte is haploid. It produces hence it is called gametophyte. The sex organ in bryophytes are multicellular. The male sex organ is called antheridium. They produce biflagellated antherozoids. Uh, the female sex organ is called archaegonium. Is a flask shape and produce a single egg. The antherozoids are released into water when they come in contact with archaegonium. An antherozoid fuses with the egg to produce the zygote. Zygote do not undergo reduction division. They produce a multicellular body called sporophyte. The sporophyte is not free living but attached to the photosynthetic gametophyte and derives nourishment from it. Some cells of the sporophyte undergo reduction division to produce haploid spores. These spores germinate to produce gametophyte. Bryophytes in general are of little economic importance, but some mosses provide food for herbaceous mammals, birds, and other animals. Species of sphagnum or moss provide peat that have long been used as fuel, and because of their capacity to hold water as packing material for transshipment of living material. मोस में अब ट्रांसशिपमेंट होता है. Mosses, along with lichens, are the first organisms to colonize rocks and hence are of great ecological importance. They decompose rock, making the substrate suitable for growth and higher plants. Since mosses form dense mats of the soil, they reduce the impact of falling rain and soil erosion. The bryophytes are divided into two parts, that is, liverworts and mosses. The liverworts grow usually in moist, shady habitats such as banks on the streams, marshy ground, damp soil, bark of tree, and deep in the wood. The plant body of liverwort is thalloid. Merchantia, the thallus is dorsolateral and closely affixed to the substrate. The leafy members have tiny leaf-like appendages in two rows of the stem-like structure. Asexual reproduction in liverworts takes place by fragmentation of thalli. The formation of specialized structures called gemma. Gemma are green multicellular asexual buds which are developed into small receptacles called gemma cups located onto the thalli. The gemma become detached from the parent body and germinate to form new individual. During sexual reproduction, male and female sex organ are produced either on the same or on different thalli. The sporophyte is differentiated in food seta and capsule. After meiosis, spores are produced within the capsule. The spores germinate to form free-living gametophytes. Done. Now the next is mosses. The predominant stage of life cycle of moss is the gametophyte, which consists of two stages. The first stage is protonema stage, which develops directly from a spore. It is a creeping green, branched and frequently filamentous stage. The second stage is the leafy stage, which develops into secondary protonema as a lateral bud. They consist of upright slender axis bearing spirally arranged leaves. They are attached to soil near the stage bears the sex organ. Vegetative reproduction in mosses by fragmentation and budding in the secondary protonema. In sexual reproduction, the sex organ antheria and archaegonia are placed at the apex of the leafy shoots. After fertilization, the zygote develops into sporophyte consisting of food set and capsule. This mosses is elaborate than that of liverworts. The capsule contains spores. Spores are formed after meiosis. The mosses after elaborate mechanism of spore dispersal. Common example of spores are FPS, Funaria, Polytrichium and Sphagnum. So this was the whole plant kingdom, and today we completed biological classification, questions, PYQs, and then plant kingdom whole chapter reading of NCRT. I hope you like this video live session, and if you like this video, then please subscribe, because your one subscribe gives motivation to make videos regularly. Okay, so please subscribe and please make sure that I can income through these live videos in the coming months or years from this channel. So thank you and have a nice day, and I will come live session again if possible today and in the evening. Okay, bye.